Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon and good evening. Welcome. My name is Whitney Smith, and I'm the Director of Marketing and Communications at Tourism Cares. We are excited to welcome you to today's webinar, Spreading Sustainability Across the Nordics. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you of our standard housekeeping notes for our webinars. Please use the chat to connect. We love seeing our attendees from all over the world. So feel free to drop your name, location in the chat right now and tell us where you're from. If you do have a question for one of our speakers, please throw it in the Q&A. We will try and address your questions throughout the program. Closed captioning is available, and this webinar will be recorded and circulated afterwards to all registrants. So, from the glow of the midnight sun to the dance of the northern lights, the Nordics is home to some of the most awe-inspiring natural and cultural experiences in the world. But what really sets this region apart is its shared commitment to sustainability, a value that's transforming not only how travel is experienced, but how destinations collaborate. Today, we'll explore how sustainable tourism partners across Denmark, Finland, Norway, and Sweden are inviting travelers to experience the region with care and purpose. You'll hear about year-round opportunities from winter snow adventures and summer island hopping to creative dining that celebrates local traditions. We'll also show you how you can use the meaningful travel map of the Nordics to craft itineraries that immerse travelers in the region while supporting communities, preserving landscapes, and making a real positive impact. But before we dive into exploring the Nordics, I'd like to provide just a brief background on Tourism Cares. Tourism Cares is a travel and tourism industry and member-supported nonprofit based in the United States that serves communities and travel companies around the world. Our mission is to bring the entire industry together to serve as a catalyst for positive social, environmental, and economic impact for people and places that are directly impacted by tourism. We further our mission in a number of different ways. We host immersive events and volunteer programs both in North America and internationally. We provide meaningful buyer and supplier connections through programs like our Meaningful Travel Map, which you'll learn more about later in this program. We also offer grants to social enterprises and nonprofits for capacity building while bringing the entire industry together through cross-sector networking and trainings. And we provide sustainability education opportunities like this webinar today. Sustainable tourism, regenerative travel, responsible travel, there are a lot of terms out there and it can feel a bit overwhelming. So to level set, at Tourism Cares, we use the term meaningful travel to define and describe what we do for communities. So I want to take a moment to clarify what we mean by meaningful travel. Meaningful travel ensures direct benefits for host communities, protects cultural and environmental assets, and connects guests with destinations in a deeper, more responsible way. And we encourage the industry to think of how they can infuse meaningful travel into all elements of their operations, from food, adventure, and culture to shopping, transportation, and accommodations. So why is meaningful travel so important right now? It's about designing experiences that leave a positive impact on people, places, and the planet. It aligns with what travelers already want, unique, immersive, and culturally rich experiences. And one of the most practical ways we infuse meaningful travel throughout the industry is through our Meaningful Travel Map. It's a global tool that showcases market-ready, impact-driven organizations, from community experiences and social enterprises to Indigenous-owned businesses and sustainability champions. Each partner is vetted for measurable social and environmental impact and ready to work with the travel trade. The goal is simple: to make it easier for tour operators, advisors, and destinations to find and integrate these partners into itineraries. Whether it's a local meal, a hands-on cultural workshop, or a small community tour, the map helps you source with confidence. No heavy research required. Today, there are over 700 partners across more than 40 destinations, with new regions launching all the time. It's growing because it fills a real need, a bridge between purpose and product. And you'll get to meet a few of them today. And the map is getting a new look for 2026 thanks to our partnership with Boldus. The map will relaunch in 2026 with a new look and advanced functionality. And the Nordics was our first destination region to transition to the new platform. So stay tuned. So, why use the map? The benefits of the Meaningful Travel Map are far reaching. It helps create opportunities for local impact organizations like nonprofits and social enterprises by bringing them into the tourism supply chain. That means more tourism dollars stay in the community, supporting real people doing important work. It also gives travelers richer, more authentic experiences they'll remember and share with their family and friends. By using the partners featured on the map, we can help spread the benefits of tourism to diverse communities, creating long term impact and showing that together we can really change the world through travel. Our impact partners are small businesses, nonprofits, and social enterprises creating real benefits in their communities. By spotlighting them to the travel trade, we're connecting local change makers to the tourism supply chain, helping destinations tell a fuller story of their people and places. It's a simple idea with powerful ripple effects, better visibility, stronger partnerships, and a more resilient tourism economy. All of the organizations and businesses on the Meaningful Travel Map are vetted by Tourism Cares under criteria, which you can learn more about by visiting our website. We look for partners that are rooted in community, equity, and sustainability. These are organizations that create local economic benefits, elevate historically excluded voices, actively protect the environment and cultural heritage, and provide travelers with authentic, values driven experiences that inspire more responsible travel. And so, as you listen to these presentations, think of your role within your organization and the industry at large. Whether you sell the Nordics region to travelers or not, think of how you can elevate change makers like those we will hear from today in your own backyard. How can you support their businesses and invite them to the table? So, if you'd like to learn more about Tourism Cares, our community, and how to stay in touch, please use the QR codes here on the screen. We'd love to connect with you. And now we're going to hear from country representatives and impact partners from the Nordics to share their stories and invite you to experience meaningful travel throughout the Nordics. It's my pleasure to introduce Christina Kuntz, someone who will be wearing many hats today, literally, representing Coroner Sun and the whole Nordics region, as well as several of the Nordics countries. So, Christina, you can take it away.
Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. So appreciate you joining us today. As Whitney mentioned, I'm Christina Kuntz. I'm the U.S. project manager for the Nordics. I'm going to be wearing a few hats, which I'll go into in a little bit later. But I'm just so excited to, be here today to walk you through what meaningful travel looks like across our region. So hopefully the Nordics by now doesn't need any formal introduction, but just in case you do need a little refresher, it is a tourism cooperation between the countries of Denmark, Finland, Norway, and Sweden that is just entirely focused on encouraging and supporting sustainable travel to the region. So what brings these countries together for this cooperation is really just a shared mindset about tourism. So, things like caring for nature, supporting local businesses, keeping culture at the center of quite literally everything, and just making sure that travel grows in a way that is balanced and sustainable, obviously. All of these are, just core values that genuinely connect the region, the countries of this region, and guide how tourism is both developed but also nurtured. And a big part of our work as this Nordic cooperation is helping travelers experience the region in a way that reflects those values. So that might mean visiting during our quieter seasons, exploring beyond the big name cities. It could mean booking with locally owned operators and guide, many of whom are wonderfully featured on our new map. It could be choosing just low impact ways of getting around between the destinations, or just simply, spending time outdoors in a way that's just considerate of the local environment. Individually, these are all very small choices, but together they add up to make just a really big and profound difference. So before I dive into our partnership with Tourism Cares and the map itself, you can go into the next slide. I first have to just acknowledge the amazing team behind our Nordics cooperation because it's certainly not just me. But the Nordics really exists and functions so well, it thrives so well because of our incredible country representatives who are pictured here. They just bring just so much passion and local expertise into everything that we do as the Nordics. And we're very lucky to have a few of them joining us today, including Nina from Visit Denmark and Tadia from Visit Finland. So appreciate you both being here. And while David from Visit Norway and Gabriel from Visit Sweden couldn't make it today, I'm going to be filling in for them, hence my double, triple hats that I'm wearing today. And I'm going to just be doing my best to represent them and their destinations well. So hopefully I make them proud, no pressure at all. But now we'll go into our partnership with Tourism Care. So, this partnership, as you can tell just from my intro, hopefully it was a natural fit for us, right? So Tourism Care's mission of, connecting people to travel experiences, that genuinely benefit communities and the environment just aligns perfectly with how the Nordic region already approaches tourism, right? So this meaningful travel map is where that alignment really comes to life and breathes new life into it. So it features more than 40 organizations across Denmark, Finland, Norway, and Sweden, all vetted for their genuine impact, of course. And it just provides you with a practical tool to plan itineraries that are not only memorable, but again, genuinely impactful, which is so key. And what I really love most about this map is how varied our partners are. So on it, you're going to find family-owned companies offering just unforgettable adventures ranging from kayaking to rafting to dog sledding to hiking. I mean, it goes on and on. You're going to find small eco lodges and stays immersed in nature that are just deeply connected to the local landscapes. You're going to find historic estates, gardens, and museums that are preserving regional culture. Food experiences ranging from foraging walks to really unique and special culinary cycling tours. You're going to find local guides and Sami leaders offering really creative, community-based experiences that are just super enriching and last with you long after you return home, and just so much more. It's a really unique mix, and it paints such a rich picture of what meaningful travel looks like across the Nordics. It's authentic, it's diverse, and it's deeply community rooted above all else. And it just gives you this real set of tangible options to help your clients experience the Nordics in a way that precisely reflects those values. So with that, I'm going to throw on my second hat of the day as Visit Sweden stand-in rep, so we can kind of look at how meaningful travel shows up there. Now, Sweden is such a rewarding country for travelers, especially for those who want to just slow down a bit, really sink into nature, into culture, and just those more intentional travel experiences. And what I really love about Sweden is how much it offers in addition to the major cities, right? So Stockholm and Gothenburg, they're fantastic and they're a must-adds to any trip to the country, but so much of the magic happens when you combine them with experiences in the quieter, maybe less touristed regions. Places like Vermland in west central Sweden. It has this abundance of peaceful forests and these wide rivers that seemingly stretch on for forever. Places like the Stockholm archipelago, which is especially the outer islands, just where everything moves at this true, slow, relaxed pace, and in turn you do too. Places like West Sweden, which is home to all these cozy, charming villages, these coastal landscapes, and just a really grounded food culture that will keep you coming back for more and more and more. And then, of course, we have Swedish Lapland, where Sami traditions, Arctic seasons, and like truly, truly pristine wilderness just kind of lead the way and set the tone for all the experiences, the travel experiences that you can enjoy here. These are the kinds of places where meaningful travel naturally happens and where travelers can feel just genuinely connected to the landscapes and to the communities around them. And that really comes through in the partners that are featured on this meaningful travel map. So on the map, you're going to find, simple nature-focused activities, things like super calm river trips, gentle paddling excursions, time out in the forest with guides who just know the areas inside and out because they grew up there, right? You're going to find beautiful historic places where you can walk through things like lush gardens, explore old estates, enjoy seasonal food that's made right on site, so you know it's impossibly fresh and delicious. You're going to find Sami-led cultural experiences in the far north. Here you can learn about things like reindeer herding and everyday Sami life. And their traditions, and just in a really welcoming and personal way. And you're even going to find kind of unique, city meets nature experiences that allow you to explore some of our bigger major cities in a more low impact way. Altogether, these partners just reveal a side of Sweden that's, a little bit softer. It's welcoming, and it's just, of course, above all else, deeply tied to the landscapes. And one partner in particular that really embodies that is Arctic Bath. So they're joining us today, so I'm not going to go into too much, but they're just a wonderful example of how Sweden really blends, thoughtful design, nature, and well-being in a way that's like both elevated and incredibly grounded. So with that, I'm thrilled to introduce you to Lisa, the Sales and Marketing Director of Arctic Bath, to take it away and tell you all about this fantastic destination.
Thank you, Christina. That was a really beautiful presentation of Sweden, I must say. So welcome all to Arctic Bath, the floating hotel of Luleå River in the north of Sweden. Here, nature and design, wellness and food come together to create a unique experience. And I am Lisa Johansson, and today I will take you through our hotel and how we work as a sustainable destination. This is where we are, in the beautiful Harads in Norrbotten, just as the north of Sweden you can come nearly. The easiest way to reach us is to fly to Luleå and or take the night train to Boden if you like. From Luleå Airport, there we offer transfers directly to Arctic Bath, 1 hour 50 minutes by car, or if you would prefer the helicopter, just 20 minutes. But today we're talking about the sustainable travel, right? So let's vote for the car. Ours is actually electric. Our main building actually floats on the river, and you reach it through a gangway from the river bank. Its design is inspired by the traditional log jam. In the past, when timber were floated down the river, the logs sometimes get stuck and piled up. The natural shape reflects these natural stacks that contain the history of nature and architecture. Once inside, you find the reception, restaurant, and of course, our Swedish spa. This round building is dedicated to our guest service, where a member of our service-minded team is always nearby. It's a place to unwind and enjoy the Arctic environment. At the center of our main building is our cold bath, where guests can take a dip in Luleå River all year round, even now when the river is covered with thick ice. Around the spa, you'll find our 2 dry saunas, a steam sauna, and 2 jacuzzis out on the deck. We also have a treatment room where you can enjoy relaxing treatments. All our spa products are local, from Karavjärd, which is made entirely from Swedish raw material in Jokkmokk, just 1 hour from here. You can always no, sorry. They're so natural, so they don't harm either the environment or the river, and it's good for your skin too. At our restaurant, we work closely with local suppliers and ingredients from the Arctic pantry. Our head chef creates menus that tells a story from the first to the last plate. Guests should not miss our Arctic culinary experience, a tasting menu that is both executive and beautiful presented, reflecting the flavors of a season and the region. And do not miss, we just got the Michelin key to reward this dinner as well. Our 6 floating water cabins have everything you need, from a comfortable stay, a double bed for two, a private bathroom with shower and everything you need, even though it's floating, a pellet stove, and some private deck for sunbathing or so during the summer season. You can actually take a refreshing morning dip privately from your own deck. Our six land cabins, they are suited on the river bank, and you can have this beautiful view just over the main building and the river. Three of them are suites with large lounging areas in the entrance floor and one king-size bed upstairs on the private loft. Three of them are family cabins with a king-size bed in the ground floor and three single beds upstairs. These cabins feature larger bedrooms with a bathtub as well. All of them offer this stunning view. All of our rooms have also the mini bar. Them have coffee machines and that you need for a comfy stay. Historically, we've been a winter destination, but recent years we also opened the summer, which have already been popular. But from next year, 2026, we will also open autumn. Each season offers its own unique experience. Winter with the crispy ice and the husky tours and the winter wonderland thing going on. Summer, meanwhile, had a midnight sun with golden light all hours in June. In autumn, the nature is as it richest. You can pick berries, see the wildlife. The lively northern lights are actually showing already from middle of June. No, middle of August. We work with a lot of activities, and here you can see a selection of them. Our dedicated local guide leads dog sledging, snowmobile tour, huskies under the midnight sun, or why not a mountain excursion. We work with over 30 local operators supporting the local economies while giving our guests memorable experiences. All our activities are designed to respect nature and surrounding environments. These curated experiences are very popular, and many of our guests are curious to learn more about the local culture and the heritage, as well as our nature is really popular. This is me, and if you scan this QR code, you will access our agent page. You will find all the information I just told you, rates, activity list, as well as our image gallery, which is quite exciting to look at.
Amazing, Lisa. I've seen these photos so many times and they just get even just more stunning. And I'm seeing all the comments that are coming through and people are like, this is just so beyond stunning. So thank you for sharing with us.
You should see it today with the first snow and the ice just
Oh,
solid. It's
oh my
like
God. It's just
unbelievable.
insane.
Yeah.
Insane. Thank you so much. Okay, so now I'm going to put on my third hat of the day, right? So my visit Norway hat. So, Norway is a place that really knows how to make you feel small in like the best possible way, right? So everywhere you go, you are, surrounded by these soaring mountains, these deep blue fjords, and these little kind of like pockets of everyday life that just feel so wonderfully connected to nature. And what I think makes Norway especially memorable is how different it can feel from place to place. So, as you move north and south and east and west, the landscapes really change quite dramatically. And some of the most meaningful travel moments happen in kind of those smaller coastal towns, happen in those fishing villages and in those mountain communities that are kind of tucked away between the major cities. And a few places across Norway that really show this is Lofoten, which has these stunning, amazing mountains. It has a strong fishing heritage as well, so you get the kind of big and small scale as well. Places like Tromsø and its surrounding islands, this is a place where kind of like everyday life and the Arctic wilderness just blend together so seamlessly, so wonderfully naturally. Places like Senja, which is a little bit more under the radar. This is somewhere that feels almost like cinematic, almost kind of otherworldly. It has all these twisting roads and this rugged coastline. And again, it's kind of off the beaten track quite a bit. And then of course you have places like Svalbard, which is, one of the only places in the world where you can get that kind of like high Arctic edge of the world kind of feeling that you just can't, it can't be replicated, it can't be duplicated or found anywhere else. These are the kinds of places where meaningful travel naturally thrives because so much of the experience is shaped by, small communities, local families, and guides who have lived in these landscapes for generations. And again, this is a common thread throughout the Nordic region, and that really comes through in the partners that we have featured on the Meaningful Travel Map for Norway. So on this map, you're going to find, partners who are preserving the character of coastal Norway, especially in those historic fishing villages that I mentioned, where tourism really genuinely helps keep those local traditions alive and well. So it's so important that we're participating in them. You're going to find unique culinary and foraging experiences that highlight regional ingredients and meals that really reflect and embody Norway's deep food and its farming heritage. You're going to find small group expeditions that are designed around wildlife protection and safety and environmental respect, especially in, some of those more fragile places like Svalbard, as I mentioned. And then you're also going to even find an operator focused on accessibility, making sure that travelers, who have mobility needs can experience the Arctic just as fully as anyone else. So we're so proud of the partners that we have featured. Together, they really just spotlight a Norway that's, it's adventurous, it's local, deeply local, and it's just constantly evolving in how it protects and how it shares those landscapes with its visitors. And one partner that really illustrates this thoughtful, kind of forward thinking and low impact approach above all else is Brim Explorer. So you're going to be hearing from them next. They're doing just incredible, incredible work with silent electric vessels that are truly reshaping how travelers experience Norway's fjords and its coastal waters. So with that, I'm very happy to introduce you to Agnes, CEO and co-founder of Brim Explorer, so she can tell you all about it. And take it away, Agnes.
Thank you so much, Christina, and thank you to all of you listening in. So I want to present my company, Brim Explorer. Brim Explorer is a tourism and tech company that offers silent, high-quality experiences in the Arctic part of Norway and also in the capital, Oslo. We founded the company in 2018, with the first vessel being delivered in 2019. And since the company was founded, we have developed and built 5 electric and hybrid electric ships, all purpose-built for experiencing at sea and giving all our guests first-row seats to the surrounding wildlife and the landscape. So at Brim Explorer, sustainability is at the core of our entire operation and the very reason we established the company in the first place. So our commitment to reduce the carbon footprint of our operation is what motivates us to take sustainable choices wherever we can, but also to innovate and constantly improve the performance of our fleet with a clear aim to build only fully electric vessels in the future. The story of the company can be traced back to 1994 to Húsavík in the northern part of Iceland, where I grew up with whale watching as my uncle and my father started the first whale watching company in Iceland. In 2016, I started a daughter company in Tromsø with one of the electric Icelandic schooners offering whale watching from Tromsø. And what we saw was that most of the vessels in Tromsø, they were either old fast ferries or rib boats, vessels built for another purpose than nature watching. So we soon concluded that there was an opportunity in introducing high quality products with a modern vessel and purpose built for nature experiencing in the Arctic. The advantage of an electric vessel is, in addition to reduced emission to air, it's also reduced noise pollution. Whales and even fishes depend on sound to communicate with each other, and therefore increased noise pollution in the ocean is one of the many threats to their existence. So what you hear now is a recording we made during one of our whale watching tours in Tromsø, our first season. What from the surface appears a silent ocean is indeed full of sounds. What you can hear are orcas and humpbackers communicating well under the iron. When operating electric and silent, we minimize our disturbance at the same time as we bring our guests closer to nature and to these magnificent animals. Our mission is to create passion for the ocean and its living creatures, and we want our guests to go back home with a better understanding and more engagement. And we hope also that we can motivate our guests to make better and more conscious choices in their everyday lives. It can be a small or a large thing, such as installing a filter in their washing machine back home, eat less meat, or perhaps buy less clothes made of polyester, which is a major source of microplastic ending up in the sea. And we are quite sure that our work matters. Since we started, we've had almost 500,000 guests on our tours. We communicate with them before, during, and after the trip, educate them about our sustainable approach to tourism and also to why it matters. Most of our guides are educated marine biologists with deep knowledge and passion for the ecosystem in the ocean, and they love to share their knowledge. Our silent electric boats are therefore better for the guests and better for the animals, and in our view, the future of ocean tourism. It's also very important for us that the product itself is of high quality. So the Brim experience, as we call it, is therefore a carefully curated product with content that is both informative and engaging, and as I said, delivered by our expert guides. So we really strive to reduce our footprint in everything we do, and we innovate continuously. We are not fully sustainable yet. Being fully sustainable is hard, but it is the sum of the everyday choices we make, and also the investment we make in innovating and developing zero-emission vessels. We have currently 5 electric vessels, and by 2030, our ambition is to have 10 fully electric boats, with also by retrofitting the first hybrid electric vessels that we have. And for you who are looking for a serious partner for your guests, we believe that our business model is future-proof. And having grown significantly since the start, we want to keep growing because we also know that getting bigger means more impact, and we can recruit more people who hopefully want to take into the wave of taking care of the ocean. These are our current destinations in Norway. We have, in addition to these, we have also Spitsbergen or Svalbard, quite far up north. We operate in Tromsø, Lofoten, Bodø, and Svalbard in the Arctic, and then, as I said, in the capital, Oslo. Each boat has a capacity of 150 passengers. And for the future expansion, we're currently starting to build 2 new fully electric trimarans, which is our next generation vessel, which we will run hopefully from summer 27 on the west coast of Norway, in areas that will be zero emission areas from the 1st of January 2026. This is a fantastic quote, and it fits our mission very well. And as I said, our mission is to create passion for the ocean, and we believe we can do so by offering silent ocean experiences in Norway now, but possibly abroad later on in the future. So we really hope to see your guests on board. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Agnes. The work you do is truly just so inspiring. And I know that a lot of people, I saw some in the chat box, feeling that inspiration, that call to make those, small changes that add up to a big difference. So thank you so much for your presentation. Next up, we have another wonderful, incredible Nordic destination. And Tarja, our lovely Visit Finland rep, is going to introduce you to all that it has to offer and everything that's on this map. So take it away, Tarja.
Thank you so much, Christina. Yes, so Finland, the world's happiest country, already 8 years in a row. It's a really perfect destination for travelers seeking authentic, meaningful experiences. With nature always close by, even in major cities. And we have a strong culture of sustainability, safety, and well-being. So Finland offers something special for the mindful traveler. Each Finnish region has their own unique characteristics. The vibrant Helsinki region, blending urban sophistication with coastal charm. Then the beautiful coastal archipelago. Our archipelago has more than 50,000 islands dotting the Baltic Sea. This is also a very popular destination to do multi-day bicycle tours. A lot of the islands, people are living on them, so there are these little yellow ferries connecting the islands, and there are plenty of beautiful family-owned bed and breakfasts where you can stay overnight. And then the Lakeland. The Lakeland region is actually the largest lake area in entire Europe, and this is the region home to countless pristine lakes and forests. Also, this region is very popular among us Finns. Many of us have our summer cottages here, and we come here just to relax and enjoy. Then up in the north, the magical Lapland, where the midnight sun and northern lights dance above the wilderness. Now, as we head into the winter, I would like to highlight some of the best things to do in Finland during this magical season. You can watch the northern lights dancing across the sky. Northern lights are actually visible more than 200 nights in northern Finland. You can glide through snowy forest on a husky sled. You can visit the reindeer farm, learn about Sami culture, stay in the glass cabin, or as many of us call them, glass igloos. You can also meet Santa Claus. Well, you don't need to come here during the winter because he is in his office in Rovaniemi all year round. The Finnish Lapland is also very accessible. We have 4 airports, so you are never far away from your final destination, and also the train connections from south from Helsinki are good to Lapland. Or you can just unwind in the steamy sauna after a day outdoors. Sauna culture is big in Finland. Finnish sauna isn't just a way to warm up, it's a way of life. It's where us Finns, we unwind, reconnect, and let go. For the visitors, Finland is home also to a wide variety of unique public saunas. You'll discover everything from sleek modern retreats like the iconic Löyly in Helsinki to traditional smoke saunas and plenty in between. On the meaningful travel map, we have a wide range of partners, from cultural experiences like world-famous Savonlinna Opera Festival, which takes place every year the whole month of July, or Sherlackius Museums, home one of the most prominent private art collections in Finland and the Nordic countries, to Okkola holiday cottages, where the owner family offers workshops in traditional Finnish baking, or Happy Guide Helsinki, offering authentic year-round experiences that connect travelers with the nature and culture, just to name few. Today we have joining us Karoliina Mattila, Key Account Manager from Arcora, the newest project by Harriniva Hotels and Safaris. It's really good to have you here, Karoliina. Please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, and thank you for Darja. So nice introduction for Finland. So my name is Karoliina, and I'm representing today Arcora Boutique Hotel and Villas, which is a part of the Harriniva family. So next video, what you will see is very beautiful landscape of Muonio.
Beyond the northern horizon, where stars shine brightest and silence speaks in stories, lies Arcora, a name shaped by Arctic nature forces, by the breath of ancient ground and the many lights that never fade. This land has witnessed the dance of the northern lights, the glow of the midnight sun, and the quiet rhythm of 8 seasons. Arcora is not just a place. It is a presence, a return to something meaningful. And here you are the storyteller, shaped by Arctic, written by you.
So we come from up north Finland. So Arcora is based in Muonio. So where you reach us the perfectly way is Kittilä is closest airport to reach us. And we do have a direct flights coming from Helsinki Airport. So we are a little bit different destination than the other ones because we have done we are like all-inclusive destination. So you will get the full service via from us. So we start the service for picking up the clients from the airport. Hariniva Hotels and Safaris have been in Muonio around 50 years already. It's a family-run company, and Akora is the new project what we just launched. We will have 42 boutique suites and 20 villas. This is going to be something new we have created and launching. So this is more like a high-end destination, and we are so proud of to show you because we launched this in a few months ago. We already have a 3 destination in Muonio area, which are like more like an authentic Finnish style. So now we are really stepping forward and launching this new accommodation. And here you can see how it's going to look like. So 1st of December 26, we will open this new hotel. And what makes the difference of this is that we are really connected to the nature. We are really proud that when we pick up the clients, they come to the so small village called Torassepi. So they really don't have nothing around them. They have only nature where they need to connect it with, of course, we have different kind of services. We have the all the activities on the on the north side, but we truly want when you enter our hotel that you are connected with the nature and recharging your batteries. And this is how it's going to look like when you come to our hotel. So you feel it instantly that you are really coming somewhere where you don't need to stress, you don't need to look at the phone. The nature is always 24/7 with us. And this is how it's going to look at the restaurant. All the ingredients come by locals. So we want that in Akara, we are a sustainable provider as the locals. We bring all the ingredients from the local suppliers and we value a Lappish menu style. And while you are sitting in the restaurant, we want that you have the feeling that you can see maybe the northern lights if you're lucky, and you can see all the 8 seasons what we have in Finland and connected with it. So the nature is part of the experience when you enter a restaurant. In our hotel, we have only in the main building we have only suites, and all the suites are named by the family-owned brothers. So the Kalle is the youngest brother, and Kalle is well-equipped suite, which is like when you wake up, you can see the big windows, and you really see the nature how it looks in the morning side. The next suite is called Jussi. So Jussi is the second brother, and it's an executive suite where you have your own master bedroom, own living room area, own private sauna, and of course it's connectable with Kalle, so it's very good for the bigger families as well. And then we have these 10 of these Sky Villa Antti. Antti is the third brother. So Antti is a really unique, only designed for us. They're like a small villa where it's in 2 floors. So you can find the master bedroom on the second floor, and the ceiling is going in that angle, so you don't need to stand up to see the northern lights. You can just lay bed, relax, and see how the sky looks like. And the first floor you will find the living room area and bathroom facilities as well. And then we have the fourth brother, Jouni. Jouni is the biggest villa what we have. We will have 10 of these. You will have own master bedroom, own living room area, very big bathroom with a private sauna. As well, you will have own outdoor jacuzzi with it. So in Deluxe Villa, Jouni is suitable for families who want a little bit more bigger space. And just to see in every angle on the living room, on the bathroom, or like from the sauna, the nature. And what's really, really unique our destination, as I said in earlier, we just want that you really connected with the nature. So we will have a wellness area in the rooftop of the main building. So we will have the Nordics outdoor rooftop, infinity pool, and well-equipped gym and massage service. So you really can enjoy and relax and feel like you are enjoying your time of your life. We will have also 3 saunas, like Daria said. Saunas are really important culture, like in Finland. So we will have 3 saunas, and also we will have a jacuzzi and a cold plunge. And the main thing that in our Korea, you can book every activity via from us because we are really specialized tailor-making outdoor activities. You will find the snowmobiles, you will find huskies, you will find reindeer experience. You can book everything via from us. And the most important thing is that we don't buy anything other suppliers. We do have, for example, now we have the European biggest husky farm. So we have, for example, 500 huskies. And we feel like sustainable not it's not only the environment and the nature. We feel like as we have a lot of animals, sustainable is a big thing for animals as well. Like this year, we are building a new husky farm where we need to locate a 500 huskies. So they will have a new facilities, training center, and everything. So we think that sustainable is also animal well caring as well. So you will have all the experiences via from us, and they are provided by our own. And the last but not least, that we really are investing in the area in Monio. We have been there over 50 years already, and now the new investment is over 30 million euros, and we continue the story what they started from. So, for example, Hariniva has started with a small camping area, and now we have developed the biggest provider, the hotel business in Monio area. So that was shortly presented, and if you have any questions, you can always reach us and ask the sales@arcora.fi. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm still not over those windows to watch the Northern Lights. I mean, you'd have to like pry me out of my room to leave and do other things. But then I saw the infinity pool and I'm like, okay, well, I'll do that. So absolutely stunning. Congratulations on the expansion in the next
Thank
chapter.
you. We are
It's
so
really
happy about it.
amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Our last destination, but certainly not least, is Denmark. Joining us is our amazing country rep from Visit Denmark, Nina. So Nina, please lead the way through this amazing little country.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Christina. And thank you to all who are joining us here today. As Christina said, my name is Nina, and I'm heading up our travel trade work for the UK and the US. So always happy to help you with any questions you might have. And Denmark is an interesting one because within the travel trade, I would say that Denmark in depth still remains fairly off the radar. There is still lots to explore, and we can see it shifting a bit now with more unknown experiences being added to itineraries around the world. But there are still so many hidden wonders that we believe are perfect for the travel trade. There are some areas in Denmark that still remains quite surprising when we tell people about it. And one of the facts is that we have more than 4,500 miles of coastline. Many of these are white sandy beaches, and this picture here shows a beautiful winter beach, and the picture in my background is a beautiful summer beach. We have more than 400 islands as well to explore, and our climate is quite mild. It's quite surprising for many that we have quite comfortable summers as well. You can explore Denmark throughout the year, so you can do both winter exploring, but also enjoy warm summers. Another thing is that our size is quite small. It doesn't take a long time to explore all of Denmark, so it's quite easy to add new experiences and unexpected adventures without it having to take a long time. So we feel like there's lots for you guys to explore. And in the summer, I think one of the best experiences is when you are by the beach, that we have beautiful late sunsets. So the skies will turn purple and pink during the evening. And for Visit Denmark, we are very excited that we have these 10 suppliers now on the Meaningful Travel Map They are a great example of the lesser known experiences that we think belongs in the travel trade. On the map, you'll find everything from the Pearl of the Baltic Sea, our island called Bornholm, where you can stay in renovated fishing boats or join a guided food tour. We also have UNESCO protected white cliffs south of Copenhagen, Møn and Stevns, which you will hear more from our partner Anne. We also have a cycling shift in Copenhagen, as well as world-class museums at the north of Denmark. One of the museums are actually a center to celebrate the world-famous architect Jørn Utzon, who designed the Sydney Opera House, as he is from the northern part of Denmark. So I feel like the meaningful travel map for us, all these experiences are we're quite sure they will impress your clients. So we hope you will check them out. And with that, I'm very happy to hand over the word to our brilliant partner, Anne Holt from Klinte Tours. She is the founder and owner of the company, and she is ready to tell you all about how to experience Stevns Cliff. So Anne, take it away.
Thank you, Nina. So hi, everyone. My name is Anna, and I'm the owner of Klinte Tours. It's a very small company compared to the others that have been here today. It's the one-woman company placed here at Stevns Klint. Since 2018, I have been guiding walking tours here at Stevns Klint. And my mission with Klinte Tours is I really wish to open my guests' eyes and hearts to the wonders of nature. And in that way, I hope they get a deeper love for the nature and try to protect our planet. As you can see on this picture here, Stevns Klint is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. That means it has outstanding universal value. And why is that? Well, it holds 66 million years of Earth history. It's written in the chalk and the limestone and in the unique fish clay layer in Stevns Klint. So now I'm just going to take you back 66 million years in time. At that time, the dinosaurs ruled the planet. But then, one day, everything changed. Can you swap the next slide? Yeah. So one day the planet Earth was struck by a gigantic asteroid, and it caused the fifth mass extinction since it wiped out about 2/3 of all living creatures, including the dinosaurs. At Stevns Klint, we can still see the traces of that day. It's found in a small dark layer of clay, which is called the fish clay. That thin layer marks the end of one world and the beginning of another. So the dinosaurs, they became extinct, but some small mammals were very lucky to survive, and it's this one. And this lucky fellow is the ancestor of all living mammals today. So can you please give me the next slide? So it has evolved into dolphins and pigs and monkeys and humans. We are all descendants of this little lucky fellow here. So when we stand there at the beach, looking at the fish clay, we're really looking at the moment that our history as humans began. And it's quite humbling. And it reminds us how lucky we are to be here as human beings. Seeing the fish clay itself is just 5 centimeters of clay. Might not sound that exciting. But when people hear this story and imagine themselves being back in time 66 million years ago, and when it happened, it was so dramatic, something happens. Many of my guests report they feel awe. They're awestruck. They feel a deeper connection also to all living mammals since, yeah, we have the same ancestor. And that emotional moment often changes the way they look at nature. So that was why Stevns Klint is UNESCO World Heritage. So now I'm just going to show you where Stevns Klint is situated in Denmark. We have the island of Zealand, and we have Copenhagen, our capital. And it's an easy day trip to get to Stevns Klint. It just takes an hour by car or 1.5 hours by train. The cliff itself is 20 kilometers long, and the best way to explore the cliff is by foot along the Stevns Klint hiking trail, which is marked here by a red line along the coastline. On a 9-kilometer hike, you can experience many highlights. If we start at the top, you can see the beautiful lighthouse, and then you can walk on and down to Højrup, where we have the church that has partly fallen off the cliff. Also a very dramatic story. Højrup is also the best place to see the fish clay. And then when we walk on, we can go down to Stevns Fort, which is a Cold War museum. And it's actually also on the Meaningful Travel map. Then when I work with my guest, we go to Bostad. It's a very unique area since it's an old quarry. And then typically my hike ends up in Rødvig, which is a very charming fisher town. Although that Stevns Klint is a UNESCO site, it is still peaceful. There are no crowds on the trails, and so it's just space and quiet nature on the hike. So now I'm going to show you some examples of which kind of tours I offer in my small company. And these are just examples because I always customize each tour for each customer. My most popular tour is the highlight of Stevns Klint, which takes place in Højrup. It's a very short and very easy walk, less than 2 kilometers. And on this tour, I always show them the fish clay and tell them the amazing story about the 5th mass extinction. And we also see the church. It's for everyone. It's for children, adults, seniors, and even people with reduced mobility can, well, in most cases, take part in this tour. Family very often add fossil hunting to this tour, which is great fun for kids and for adults. Never get too old for fossil hunting. Well, my own personal favorite, especially also being a guide, is the gastro hike. This combines the hike or walking and storytelling and local food. So here on the picture, I have been serving meat with a D in the end, not T, meat, which is the Vikings' drink of wisdom. Along the trail, we eat at small locally owned restaurants that get their ingredients from local farms and fishermen. What's not to like? If you're one of those early birds, I serve breakfast at dawn at Stevns Klint. It's so beautiful when the sun comes up. And it's a very calm, slow living experience. It's a magical way to start the day. These tours can be combined with the highlights of Stevns Klint. If that's what you want, you also want the story about the fish clay and so on. When I'm booked by international travelers, it's often couples or families or a small group of friends, but I can guide groups up to 30 people. And if there are more people than that, I work with freelance guides. I run tours all year round as our climate is nice. Even tomorrow, we just had first snow of the year, but I have a guided tour tomorrow. And in the summer, our climate is perfect for hiking. It's not too hot, which more and more travelers appreciate these days. So now, how are my tours meaningful and sustainable? Well, sustainability is a fundamental value in every step I take with Klinte Tours. All of my tours are low impact and locally led by myself. I collaborate with the local restaurants, with artists and museums, so the money stays in the community. And I'm also a very active partner with the Stevns Klint UNESCO World Heritage Site. And most importantly, my storytelling helps guests feel that they are part of a vast Asian ecosystem and very lucky to be here. So it changes their perspectives on nature and their own evolution. Then I have succeeded with my mission, which was to open my guests' eyes and hearts to the wonders of nature and thereby inspire them to take better care of our planet. So that's what makes it meaningful. So to sum it up, with Klintetyrs, your guest will meet a very dedicated, as I hope you can sense through the screen here, local guide who shares the deep story of life on Earth through science and storytelling and sensory experiences. Just a quick practical note, since I'm such a small company, I don't have any fixed commission rules. If you can simply just add your own commission invoicing your clients. So thank you, and please feel free to ask any question you may have.
Thank you so much, Anne. Your passion and excitement it's so infectious. It shines through. And no, I'm ready to go on that gastro hike too. That is so awesome. But yeah, the work you're doing is amazing. The history there is just so inspiring. So, and yeah, I would love to be on a tour with you. I could just tell it's just so much fun. So thank you so much for joining us. Yes, thank you so much. And I know we're short on time now, so I'm not sure if we're going to have room for any questions. Maybe we're going to field one, Whitney.
Yeah, we can field one question. I know someone wrote in the chat for Agnes, so if Agnes, you want to come on screen and unmute. The question was about how you source the electricity for the vehicles. So I guess while the electric powered boat vessels are quieter on the water and reduce emissions, sometimes this person is noting that electric source can be batteries or other sources that have high environmental footprint. So how have you found ways to balance that out? Or I know you talked about, it's a journey. So just curious if you have any thoughts behind that question.
Yes, I sure do. So we charge our batteries at shore during night. We fully charge them overnight, and the shore power in Norway is mainly hydropower, so it's already quite clean. When it comes to the batteries itself, we have 5 vessels now with the different kind of cells with different chemistry in the batteries. But for the future vessels, we are definitely looking at sourcing batteries that have less scarce minerals and that are in itself a more sustainable option. So yeah, that's in short.
Yeah.
But what I think is important is that with more electric vessels, you can also put pressure on where the electricity itself comes from. In Norway, that's not really an issue, but for instance, in Svalbard, where we operate, the electricity is made by coal or diesel. So that's definitely not a clean source, but hopefully, it has to be in the future.
Yes, very good point. Thank you for answering that. I know we're running short on time, so any follow-up questions that any of the attendees have, feel free to reach out to any of our impact partners. We'll put their contact information in the email that we'll send out afterwards. And so just wanted to close out to encourage you all to engage with sustainability. I think we heard today many great examples. I think one of our panelists even said, like, you can start small. It can feel daunting. It can feel like a big, scary topic, but you can engage in lots of different ways. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself or the Tourism Cares team or any of our partners here. And then lastly, I just want to give a shameless plug for Tourism Cares online travel auction, which launches today and includes an experience from one of our Norwegian-based partners. So check it out on the website with the URL on the screen. Again, thank you for watching, and we look forward to having you join us at another Tourism Cares webinar soon. Enjoy your afternoon, evening, morning. Thank you.